Let's now bring in Dr. Maloba Wekesa, the Organizing Secretary of the University Academic Staff Union, UASU. Thank you, Dr. for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Right, so tomorrow you down your tools,
yes.
Yet the Employment and Labour Relations Court has issued or has extended that order that was stopping the strike. Will you not be in contempt?
Maybe the best way to answer this question is to have a chronology of thought where we have reached. Because I think going only to the court issue and what the court has said...
Bring us up to speed.
Exactly. Now, to fully understand and appreciate where we have actually come from, we need to go back to 2010 when we promulgated a new constitution.
Right.
That new constitution created certain structures. Among them was the SRC. The SRC is very important in this case here because as a creation of the new constitution, it was supposed to be a regulator of sorts for all remuneration for all public servants. Now, coincidentally, during that 2010, that is when we had another cycle for negotiation. We had just completed one. So that cycle was supposed to run to 2012. Now remember, we were having 2-year cycles.
Right.
When SRC came into play, and it was activated around 2011, it had been peopled by the various experts in it. It was an advisory body. The first thing it did was it put a freeze to all running CBAs. So that means that the CBA that was going to lapse by 2012 and a new one which was supposed to pick up was kind of going to be put on ice. Now, it reached 2012. We were through. Ideally, by the way, by right now, we are earning illegal salaries because it is a CBA that has expired. So that means by 2012, till right now, nothing has happened. So, but more importantly, from 2010 to right now, 7 years later, nothing has happened about negotiations for salaries. Even the Labour Relations Act does not stipulate for such a thing. Now, more importantly...
So you're saying it was illegal for the SRC to do
No, it wasn't illegal. What I'm saying is it's an advisory body.
All right.
They have their own right. In fact, the moment 2012 what they said is, we are no longer going to have a 2-year cycle. They unilaterally said, now we are going to move from a 2-year cycle and we are going to have a 4-year cycle. All right?
Tell us what the latest concerning that 2013-2017 CBA.
And that's the whole point. By 2012, we had actually completed our proposal. It's an 11-page document that is wrought out of research. We are researchers. We went to various countries, spanning all the way from Tanzania all the way to the South Africa. And we examined various parameters from economics, social inequities about life, the place of the lecturer within the subset of knowledge generation. It's a huge document with various subclauses. I don't like people reducing a CBA only into a salary premium and they think that's all. No, it has so many other components. We submitted that document in 2013.
But we still have to talk about that sum, Dr.
No, we're going to talk about it.
Should really earn 1 million shillings and an assistant lecturer 360,000 shillings.
What you have to ask yourself is, how long does it take to create a professor? How many man-hours? And what is the skill set of a professor? Because if you can be able to create a professor in, let's say, maybe a year or two, then that will be something to worry about.
Fair enough.
But this is someone who is actually created with a time frame of sometimes over 3 decades. And you're asking 1 million is a lot? How long does it take to create, let's say, because now that it's out there in play, we can pick one profession. Let's say a pilot. How long does it take to train a pilot? How much they are?
4 years, 5 years. All right,
exactly.
Fair enough.
But the most important thing is this. People are looking at that subset and saying, oh, that is too much. No, that is not too much. People need to appreciate that there has been salary distortions.
Do you, as lecturers, think it is sustainable?
Obviously. We are researchers. If you go back to 1963, who was the highest paid public employee? It was a professor. Why is it that over time the salary distortion has been created so that the professor right now is at the tail end? Are we saying that our education sector should be peopled with people, should be the personnel in the education sector have this sort of low caliber acknowledgement about their self-worth?
All right.
Do you know our colleagues are the ones who are actually also in the Ministry of Education? By the way, Matiang'i is still my colleague. The CS for Education is my colleague. He's still seconded to the ministry.
All right.
His skill set hasn't changed.
Moving forward,
yes.
This order by Judge Ellen Wasilo was ostensibly to bring you guys to the negotiating table. Are you saying that you don't want to negotiate anymore? I
don't think you have gotten it right. The order was not to get us to the negotiating table. We have been consistently asking the government, get us to the table. 2013 went by. They have our proposal. Nothing.
All right.
2014 goes by. I can assure you, the volume that we have for correspondence trying to get these guys on board is humongous.
Do you think the government is serious on implementing the CBA?
Well, we don't have a CBA, and that is where now people are going wrong. We don't have a CBA.
Right.
What we have is a proposal. And we are asking them, can you come so that we can talk? We simply want to talk to you. And we have been asking this from 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. They called us, by the way, in March. But there was something that people need to also understand.
Right.
In March, when they called us, there was an impending electoral cycle that was going to affect trade unions. The Registrar of Trade Unions was just about to write to all trade unions around the country and say, you know what, we need new officials.
All right, thank you. Let's leave it at that. Thank you so much, Daktari.
I wish I would have had more time. You should call me back.
We'll continue to talk about this. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Dr. Maloba Wekesa, Organizing Secretary of the University Academic Staff Union, UASU. We lecturers go on strike tomorrow, and that is the basis of our big question discussion tonight.